entire history of bodybuilding has walked on stage with legs like these? Nobody.
You're going to see the biggest legs in the history of mankind.
There was just a kid from Colombia, born in 1995, living in a poor village far from the cities. Rubiel Mosquera didn't come from privilege. He wasn't raised in a bodybuilding culture because where he grew up, there were no gyms.
There's no gyms around his home. There's no gyms in the city where he grew up.
He grew up on a farm, a small family ranch where life was simple and survival meant hard work. Pigs, chickens, cows. That was his world. Every day was physical labor. Every day was lifting, carrying and moving. Not weights, but real-life burdens. When his family slaughtered animals, they carried the meat into the city themselves.
And they go to sell the meat to the people in the city. They carry it. They carry the meats into the city.
Day after day, load after load, Rubiel walked miles with heavy bags of meat on his shoulders, dragging, pulling, pushing. This is what built his legs. This is what gave him those monster calves and freakish strength that now shocks the bodybuilding world.
His family would bring, the pigs and the chicken into town, so they're carrying this food into town. That's why he's got these big calves, these big gargantuan legs, this big old neck on neckzilla for a reason.
That's where his power started. That's where those insane calves were formed. Not from machines, but from life itself.
No one else in his family has that same look like he does. But he looked like a bodybuilder at 16, 17 years old without lifting a weight.
And the moment Rubiel finally touched a real weight, the world understood why he looked like a different species. A kid from a forgotten village, transformed into one of the most unreal genetic freaks walking the planet. This is the rise of Rubiel Mosquera, from a farm to a freak of nature. Nobody is going to outmass him. And when he finally strips it down, when those deep cuts, that detail, that grain start showing, that's it. Game over.
When COVID started is when he started training with weights.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
What this guy did to his body in just 2 years, most men couldn't achieve in an entire lifetime.
He's one of the best in the world right now. 2 years of serious lifting and knowing, okay, I need to push like this, I need to pull like that. That's only been the last 2 years.
He didn't just transform, he didn't just improve, he exploded. A level up so fast, so extreme, the whole sport had to stop and look.
Biggest freak in the world.
He's not someone who grew up around the gym. There's not even a gym in his hometown. Not even all the way from Colombia. I mean, this guy was born on a farm.
His family would haul the pigs and chickens into town themselves, carrying all that weight, mile after mile. And that's exactly why he has those 21-inch calves, those 31-inch gargantuan quads, and that massive 20-inch neck. He wasn't built by machines, he was built by the life he lived.
And he walked to the box and I looked at his legs. I had never seen anything like it in my life. His legs are bigger than Tom Flack's. He's got the biggest legs in the history of bodybuilding.
Rubiel Mosquera.
The legs just looked abnormal. the calves. His legs are monstrous. We have never seen anything like it in the history of bodybuilding. If he gets an upper body to match the lower half, we are looking at the biggest freak in the history of bodybuilding. Half of his body is the biggest we've ever seen.
The man was born to be a bodybuilder.
The Carter, think about the rubbing going on.
The chafing alone.
The shape, yeah. Well, you got to give him first place for that alone.
He's got to have a sponsor, man.
He's the kind of freak that doesn't make sense. A body that feels like it shouldn't even exist. Everything about him is wild, beyond normal, beyond logic, pure insanity in human form. And that neck, I've never witnessed anything like it on any man, ever.
So if you know that the first bodybuilder was from Greece, and he carried around this calf and became that was the whole thing. That he carried this thing day after day, and he became this bigger person. But this is what he did. So carrying meats into the city.
If he ever switches fully into that locked-in mindset, that ruthless all-in mentality, and takes his training to the next level with that kind of insane focus, it's over. It's over for everybody.